Well, I felt like it was a huge disappointment, really a disappointment, because it's not the first time it's happened. I think that this business with the building has been going on for about 20 years. It's disappointing to me.
Well, one thing I've seen over the last 20 years since I've been here is that um, nothing can stifle a student's creativity. And that's, I think, something really important for us to understand. But there are other things that can enhance creativity. I think the university has an ethic of creating spaces where students can gather and exchange ideas and work on projects together. And unfortunately, this building really works against that philosophy. The other, the other interesting thing about that studio is, as we've had our alums come back from the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, and they walk in that studio and they look around and they say, wow, nothing has changed. I don't necessarily think that's a good message to be sending to our alumni or to our students.
Oddly enough, I think what these facilities sort of foster is how to get by on the barest essentials and minimum possible to produce a project.
Uh, Discussions with my students in the classroom, being in the classroom, definitely my favorite.
My favorite part is seeing light bulbs go off for students. One of those examples is, for instance, in my introductory class, where they start that class often with very little information about how a production is put together. And then by the end of class, they're giving each other feedback on each other's projects. They're, lugging the camera and the lights and the audio gear all around. They're coming back with amazing shots and some not so good ones, right? Because we're all learning, and they put all those things together. And by the end of the 10 weeks, I mean, it's a very short period of time, after 10 weeks, they have a film. And to see the pride in their eyes is a gift that I get every quarter. Every day I come to work and I try to share that passion for storytelling with my students. I don't care if I'm sharing it in a tent, here in my office, or in a studio where the insulation is bare, and that's what I've seen for 20 years. I'm going to do that regardless of where I am.